David Goggins didn't just write a motivational book. He wrote a battle cry for the soul. Can't Hurt Me is not about becoming a Navy SEAL, running ultra marathons, or breaking pull-up records. It's about discovering what's possible when you stop making excuses and start getting real. Welcome to Audiobooks Home, your ultimate destination for insightful and motivational audiobook summaries that will change your life. Whether you're on the go, at home, or working, we provide in-depth summaries to fuel your drive, spark personal growth, and inspire you to take action. This is not a story of talent, but one of resilience, pain, and relentless pursuit. It's about the journey to becoming a person who cannot be broken by the hardships of life. Chapter 1. The Childhood That Could Have Broken Him. David Goggins was born into a life filled with abuse, poverty, and constant adversity. His father was violent and abusive. His mother was his only source of love, but even she could not protect him from the environment in which he grew up. Goggins faced bullying at school. He struggled with learning disabilities, which made school a constant source of frustration. The daily fight for survival in his childhood home, dealing with poverty and systemic racism, was not something most kids would ever be able to overcome. Yet through all of this, Goggins developed a core belief that he would not let his circumstances define him. Rather than use his painful upbringing as an excuse for failure, Goggins made a choice. He decided to use the pain of his past as fuel for his future. His past would not be his prison, it would be his springboard. Lesson: your past doesn't define you. Your response to it does. The obstacles you face do not dictate your future unless you allow them to. Chapter 2. Callous the Mind. Just as we develop physical calluses on our hands to protect them from harm, we can develop mental calluses to protect us from the negative effects of life's challenges. Goggins realized early on that suffering and discomfort were not things to be avoided. They were things to embrace. In fact, he learned that the more discomfort he endured, the stronger he became. He forced himself to get up every morning at 4 a.m. to go for long runs. Even though he had to study with dyslexia, he didn't make excuses. He worked harder than everyone else around him. He understood that real growth comes from pushing yourself far beyond your limits into a place where most people would quit. This daily effort wasn't about running or studying. It was about strengthening his mind. Goggins knew that once you callous your mind, nothing in the world can stop you. Lesson: embrace discomfort daily. Push yourself beyond what feels easy, because that's where growth lies. The more you suffer, the stronger you'll become. Chapter 3. The Accountability Mirror. One of the most powerful tools Goggins used to transform his life was the accountability mirror. Every day he wrote down his flaws, his excuses, and his weaknesses on sticky notes and posted them on his bathroom mirror. Each note was a challenge, a call out to himself. He faced his reality without any sugarcoating, no self-pity, no excuses. He made himself confront the brutal truth about his habits and mindset every time he looked in the mirror. This practice of facing himself in such an honest, raw way was one of the key turning points in his transformation. Goggins didn't just look at these notes as failures. He used them as motivation to improve. If he saw a note that said, "You're not working hard enough," he made sure to push himself even harder the next day. Lesson: be honest with yourself. Hold yourself accountable. Look at your weaknesses and address them. Transformation starts when you can face your own reality and accept responsibility for your actions. Chapter 4. Embrace the suck. Goggins' story is one of constant failure and rejection, yet he never gave up. One of the most pivotal moments in his journey was when he had to lose over 100 pounds in just 3 months to qualify for Navy SEAL training. Most people would have considered this an impossible challenge, but Goggins embraced it. He didn't make excuses about his situation or complain about how hard it was. Through sheer grit and mental toughness, he achieved what others would have deemed impossible. He ran miles each day, took on grueling workouts, and pushed through physical and mental pain. The idea of quitting was never an option. Even when he was subjected to the brutal Hell Week in Navy SEAL training, not once but 3 times he refused to quit. He dug deeper each time, learning that you never truly break as long as you keep moving forward. Lesson: pain is temporary, weakness is a choice. When you embrace the discomfort and keep moving, you can endure far more than you ever thought possible. Sure, Chapter 5. The 40% Rule. Goggins introduces one of the most powerful concepts in his book, the 40% Rule. According to Goggins, when your mind tells you that you are done, when you feel you cannot go any further, you're only at 40% of your capacity. This is because the brain is wired to protect you from pain, and it shuts down when you push too hard. But greatness is found beyond that point. Lesson: when you think you've reached your limit, know that you have 60% left. Keep going. Push through the discomfort. Only then will you realize what you are truly capable of achieving. Chapter 6. The Cookie Jar. The cookie jar is a powerful mental tool that Goggins uses to remind himself of his strength. Every time Goggins overcame a challenge, big or small, he stored that victory in his mental cookie jar. When things got tough, when self-doubt crept in, Goggins would mentally reach into the jar and pull out a memory of when he succeeded. These cookies were proof that he had been strong before and that he could be strong again. Whether it was passing a difficult test or enduring a brutal workout, these victories served as reminders that he could handle whatever life threw at him. Lesson: create your own cookie jar. Reflect on past victories to remind yourself of your inner strength when facing new challenges. You've won before, you can win again. Chapter 7. Uncommon among the uncommon. For Goggins, being a Navy SEAL was just the beginning. He wanted more. He became an ultramarathon runner, broke world records, and continued to push his body and mind to new extremes. He wasn't trying to prove anything to others. He was trying to prove something to himself. The key takeaway here is that once you've accomplished something extraordinary, don't stop there. Keep pushing yourself to achieve even greater heights. It's about striving to be exceptional in every area of your life, even among those who are already exceptional. Lesson: don't settle for average, even among exceptional people. Be uncommon among the uncommon. Strive for greatness in everything you do. Final message: suffer well. Can't Hurt Me is about voluntary suffering for meaningful growth. It's about choosing the hard road, knowing that the easier path will not lead to the life you truly want. Growth comes from embracing challenges, leaning into discomfort, and pushing through the pain. Goggins believes that suffering is not something to be feared, but something to be welcomed. It is through suffering that we unlock our true potential. Lesson: pain unlocks growth. Suffer well. Your limits are only what you believe them to be. Top 5 takeaways. Pain unlocks growth. Lean into it. Growth happens when you face discomfort. Your mind quits long before your body. Keep going. Accountability leads to transformation. Be honest with yourself. Your past is not your excuse. It's your advantage. Use it to fuel your success. Greatness requires suffering. Embrace the suffering, and you will find greatness. Want to live like Goggins? Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start today. Embrace the discomfort. Do the hard thing. And in the end, you won't just survive life, you'll conquer it. Thank you for listening to this audiobook summary. Don't forget to subscribe to Audiobooks Home for more insights and motivational summaries that will change your life. Start your journey to greatness today.